Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of Bytes, and a couple of weeks into 2018, and hopefully everybody is getting back into their work mode and getting back into the year. And I promised on the last episode where we talked about learning that we would be speaking about Instagram today, because that is my business. I do digital marketing. We do websites, digital strategy, social media, a bit of content for clients. And today I wanted to get a little bit practical in regards to Instagram and what an amazing platform it is. Obviously, Facebook bought Instagram a few years back for a small sum of 1 billion, which actually at the time was seemed like a lot of money, but really for the exposure and the amount of users Instagram gets on a daily business, it was a... Okay, stop right there. I meant to say daily basis. Continue. A bit of a steal. And I think Facebook have progressed Instagram really well. They're obviously competing now a little bit with the younger audience, with the Snapchat users, to try and integrate similar features, which they've successfully done over the last few months. But at the core, Instagram is still obviously a platform for beautiful imagery. So what I want to do today is just go over some basics for kind of boosting your Instagram for business. Just going over some tips that will kind of increase engagement and hopefully grow your audience. So what are we going to talk about? Let's have a look. Number one, is your business even on Instagram, I suppose? It should be. So, it's one of the most engaging social media platforms there is for business. It has really high engagement, and you can target using advertising and boosting the similar way that you can on Facebook, and it's using the same platform as Facebook, the same ads manager and power editor that you would use in Facebook, you would use to create advertising in Instagram. But I don't want to talk about advertising today. What I want to talk about is your organic posts and what the best ways to use Instagram for business. And number one, you want to switch to a business profile. So if you've got a Facebook account, you can skip into the settings in Instagram, scroll down, you'll find a switch to business profile section, which will link your business Facebook account. And I think if you've got multiple Facebook business accounts, say for different areas of your business or different businesses, you can obviously choose the one which you want to connect with your Instagram account. And doing this, you're going to open up a little bit of a few good features in Instagram, one of them being Insights, which will show you some of the key metrics from your account: impressions, top posts, followers, age range, locations, all these sort of nerdy analytics. And also with your business, it will give you a business profile which will allow you to have like call now directions and email buttons on your profile, which your personal account won't. So, if somebody is engaged in your content and you've built the trust with the audience, they have that opportunity to directly contact you, which is a very powerful tool, obviously, for building and engaging with your client base. And that's what it's about, engagement. Instagram, it's a platform, and it's not all about you, It's about you actively engaging with your audience and with your audience on Instagram. And this sort of tip, using actual engagement yourself rather than just, putting out content is fine, but you actually have to engage with other people to start building that relationship. I know this is through sort of replying to comments and being really genuine with these engagements as well, liking other posts, so sort of targeting your key audience. And this is very, key. And if you go back to episode 2 of Bytes, I talk about your target audience. So maybe have a listen to that as well, because it's for any of these digital marketing exercises or things you're going to be doing in digital marketing, one of the key components of building a strategy is knowing exactly who your target audience is. So get that in place first. But in regards to Instagram, so engaging, replying to comments, liking other posts of your targeted key audience, and commenting on posts. Saying good day and offering yourself as a sort of valuable contributor to the conversation. Direct messaging as well, from an engagement point of view, tends to work quite well on Instagram. I've had quite a bit of success with clients just saying good day, saying how good their pics are, and just introducing yourself, to your location, to people within your location. If you're a location-based business, sort of in your suburb or in your city, it doesn't take much. Sit down for an hour, a couple hours a week, and you can get through quite a few direct messages to clients. And for direct messaging, what you do is you'll go to the user that you're wanting to say good day to. Go to their profile page, top right hand corner, click, and you'll have a send message button. I think it is down the bottom. Let me just do a double check while I speak, so I am not talking rubbish. I'm sure I'm not, but go to the top right hand corner, which is 3 little dots, click that, and send message down the bottom. So I was right. Phew. And the important thing with any engagement on Instagram or on any social platform is being genuine, and it's really important. Write comments that you really mean, and like posts that you really like. You don't want to start this sort of false, liking somebody just purely to start the conversation. It does happen, but it's not the best process to do that. So that was engagement. So quickly go over the last 2 points. Number 1, switch to a business profile for your account. If you're just using a personal account for your business, switch across to a business profile. Will give you a lot of different options and a bit more clout. Number 2, engagement. So not only you putting out great content, but you engaging with other people, with your target audience on Instagram to build a what's the word I am trying to think of? To build connection with people. Number 3 is Instagram stories, which is kind of like, this is where I was talking before about competing with Snapchat. Snapchat's sort of built along that storyline where you're building little snippets of your day. You can do graphics on top of it, and upload pre-made images and stuff like that, which is on a little timeline throughout the day, so people can click on it and see little snippets of what you've been doing or what you want to say throughout the day. And it's a fairly new feature, actually not so new anymore. It's been around for a few months, but so it allows you to take snapshots of your day with sort of a bit of a sort of behind the scenes feel. Sketch on top of your pics, add filters, write witty comments, of course, and so you're going to engage with your followers. For businesses that were trying to build maybe a Snapchat audience and finding it hard, this is a kind of no-brainer. So giving Instagram stories a go is a good idea. Hopefully you've already built up a bit of an audience on Instagram. So having that stories functionality in there, with your current audience is a lot easier than trying to do this on Snapchat. It's very hard to build an audience on Snapchat. So that was number 3. Number 4, consistency and branding with your posts. If you click on and look at my Instagram account, which is Meta Creative, METACREATIVE, you'll see I've got about 4 different types of posts I put up there with consistent kind of branding and feel to them. And again, concentrating on making the images look good, because that's what Instagram is about. Keeping your post consistent, using your consistent theme, colors, fonts, filters, it'll develop a strong brand connection with your followers. So if you and check out a few of check out some of the big guys out there, Stussy, Nike. You'll see, do a lot of research on Instagram. Look at some of your competitors, see if they're doing it well, and kind of have a look and see what sort of engagement they've got and what sort of posts they're putting out. But branding is very, very important for Instagram, because as I said, it's about the creative is really important with Instagram. It's about these images looking good, and if you've got a consistency in that as well, you will start building engagement organically. And one way, and this is my last point for today, one way you can build, actually this is one of the most important parts of Instagram, where you're going to use hashtags, and this is probably the most important step. And since we've been using sort of targeted hashtags, we've increased a huge jump in engagement. We've been doing that over the last few months with our account. I think you can get up to, correct me if I'm wrong, which it could well be, but it's around about 30 or so hashtags you can use. And best practice for this is to, if you've got a specific post which is about a specific thing and there's a hashtag to match, like WordPress website, I've put up a post of one of our designs on there. I can, within the comments underneath, so within your initial sort of description for that picture, certainly add one hashtag, maybe two, but then have all your other hashtags in a second comment. So once you've posted, stick them into the second comment. So as I said, around about, I think it's like 28 to 30 hashtags you can have. There's a couple of services that you can use to do a bit of experimenting and working out what hashtags to use. If you go to a site called hashtagify.me, so hashtagify.me, you enter in, say, your city, Perth, and it will give you a whole heap of related hashtags that you could use. So, if you're a baker in Perth selling, if you're a baker in Perth, say, look up bread, maybe grab a few of these hashtags, look up Perth, grab a few of these hashtags, mix them together. But this is just a bit of trial and error. Have a look at what your competitors are doing. For me, things like, Perth business, WordPress design. Actually, I've got a whole lot of hashtags that I use, but hashtags are very important. There's another site that I've been using recently called, it is Seekmetrics, I think it is. Yeah, seekmetrics.com. They've got a hashtag generator as well, which works similar to Hashtagify Me, which is really good. So definitely, yeah, hashtags are a key part in engagement and building an audience on Instagram. So number 6, make sure you have a link to your website or maybe a landing page in your profile description. This is the only place you can actually put a link, unless you do have that option in stories, which only some accounts do. But for general businesses, that's where you would have a URL to your website or to a landing page if you've got a specific offer. And sometimes you can, to track how many people are clicking from Instagram, it will give you some of these stats, I think, in the statistics, but you can maybe use a bit.ly link, which is, if you look at bit.ly, bit.ly, if you put that into a browser, it's a program that allows you to grab a long URL or your website URL, stick it into bit.ly, and you get a shortened URL which you can then use as the link in somewhere, be it the profile for Instagram, and it will also give you a number count, how many people are clicking on that link. So it's a way of sort of analyzing how many clicks you're getting. And that's about it. So quickly go over what we were talking about. So switching to the business profile, number 1, engagement, number 2, so not only putting posts out but engaging with other people. Using the stories really well, so behind the scenes sort of stuff. So make sure 4 or 5 times a day you're putting up something, and you can actually create graphics for that and upload them separately. So it doesn't need to just be within the stories at that very moment. You can create content to put in there. Consistency and branding, very, very important. So keep your fonts, your colors, your general theme consistent with your posts and beautiful, because that's what Instagram's about. Hashtags, very, very important. So Hashtagify and Seekmetrics, check these sites out to generate a few hashtags for your posts. And yeah, make sure you've got your URL in your description, because you want to make sure you've got your call now, your email buttons now that you've switched to your business profile, but make sure you've got your URL in there as well, because you never know, you might get a few clicks through to your website. So, lastly, a big thing is to have fun with it all. You know, keep your pics looking beautiful, and let it amplify your business personality. Hopefully that was okay and valuable. I was sort of jumped straight into that one there, but it's Instagram. It's great. Provides business owners with huge opportunities to connect with new clients and their audience. And just want to provide you with a little bit of practical audio. Practical audio doesn't even make sense. I think I'll just finish there, guys. I will catch you next week, and sorry if I sounded like a bit of an idiot.